You're up there. Oh boy.
You're live. Hello.
Quarantine cut.
I know. We need
Y'all.
a quarantine cut.
Like, we need
service.
so bad.
Hey guys.
What's going
hello,
on?
Hello, and happy Sunday. Happy day.
Such a happy day.
It is. Hey, Kathy.
Kathy, hello, girl.
Yeah. So, we're right here again, back in the closet. Let's fix this camera. We're back in the closet. You know, doing the same damn thing that we do every Sunday.
Hey, Dana.
Which is
dinner's in the oven.
Oh my
just
goodness.
in time.
I was supposed to make dinner this morning and I never got to it, and so I don't know what we're gonna eat tonight. She's probably gonna like put something on something and be like, let's call it a dinner, or maybe we order in. I don't know. I failed in my
hey,
life.
Tanya.
In my
hey,
housewife
Robin.
Duties this
And
week.
Tina and Trisha.
And
hey,
Sarah.
Sean.
Oh my gosh.
Terry, Erica.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, she's gonna
Oh my
get
gosh, Sean.
hangry.
Hey,
yeah, girl.
Erica. Yeah, no, I'm not hangry. I'm actually just not hungry the past few days.
No, I think they're worried about me getting hangry.
Oh yeah. We need to definitely make sure that doesn't happen.
We gotta avoid that at all costs.
Okay, guys.
Hi, T.
If you joined us last week for our podcast, it was we got to discuss, if you will, the ins and outs, the goods and the bads, and mainly the bads of living with someone during quarantine, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and working together at the same time. And so this week, basically it was all me talking. It was just me being like, this is what I can't stand and this is what I don't like and blah, blah, blah. You guys know.
Hey, Jody.
Just so you know, there was no like talk of a divorce of our partnership or anything like that. We're absolutely fine. But nothing changed.
But we had another disagreement this
Also,
week. So
we apparently had another disagreement. I'm excited to hear about it.
We apparently had another disagreement.
And so today, I cannot get this camera right. Hold on. And so today we are going to chat. Adrienne gets her ventilation time. Ventilation? Where you get to vent?
Yeah.
Ventilation.
I mean, it is.
Ventilation. Okay.
Ventilation
So we're just gonna go. We're just gonna record a podcast. That's what we're gonna do because that's what we're here for. We're back in the closet just for it, and it's kind of getting hot here.
Cheers, my love.
So that's what we're gonna do. So here we go, and we shall see what happens.
Dee said I'm cringing already.
I know.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine.
Oh, cats.
It's gonna be.
Should put some powder on my sweaty forehead. Shh. Everybody be quiet.
Welcome to episode number 0034 of Back in the Closet with the Two Crazy Cat Ladies. If you guys were listening last week, guys, I kind of went off the rails a little bit on Adrienne because it can be difficult to live with somebody 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in quarantine, and when you're always at home and you know all the stuff and things that come along with that type of relationship. So this week, Adrienne gets her ventilation. I really don't know if that's the right word. Is it?
I get to air my issues.
She gets her
it's
chance
really just one.
to talk about something.
I just have one issue
that she's been having, which I don't know anything about, guys. We've had zero prep. She just said I want to talk about the Catio conundrum. I know, I know a little bit, but we're gonna air it out here because
I'm curious to know if you remember the conversations.
We haven't gone deep into. I don't think. Maybe I don't know, but here we go. So we're planning on building a Catio, and
Let me just say it like this. So there's no question that we're gonna have a Catio. We have cheers. Let's have a cheers first. Happy Sunday. Do you have a hairball?
I do.
Oh, come here.
It's like I think it's
in all the movement coming from downstairs to upstairs. It just
there's always a cat hair in my wine. So we always start our podcast. It seems like these days with Adrienne fishing out the cat hairs in my wine. Okay. So
all right.
Cheers.
So
did you drink to that? I drink to that. Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Sorry, good. Kim, I love you so much. Okay. There is no question now that we have our catwalk put up, and that was like a catification that you kind of reluctantly agreed to initially.
I absolutely did. So for those of you guys listening, we just recently had a catwalk built in our. If you don't know what a catwalk is, it's basically those like some call it a cat wall. So you put up shelves where
That your
cats.
cats
It's
can go
vertical
all over.
space for your cats, and we have a friend that's
BG, yes, I do. I don't go anywhere without tweezers. It was a question about tweezers that had to be addressed. I believe tweezers are the world's most fantastic MacGyver tool. And once you start carrying them, you just can't stop, won't stop.
It's true.
Your life will be changed.
It's true. I mean, I don't carry them, but I have an Adrienne, and it is literally her tweezers have saved our lives a few times.
I once saved an entire pontoon boat from being wineless because people forgot an opener.
It's true.
Because of my tweezers. So I feel strongly about this. So for those that don't know what a cat walk is.
Yeah, it's vertical space for your cats where you build the shelves. You've probably seen it online, or maybe you have one in your home, but it is a catwalk. And so when we had a friend over during quarantine, he lost his job and he was doing side jobs. And I was like, hey, because every time he comes over, he will pay him for the work, but then he also gets paid, and usually a dinner that I make and beers and whatever. So it's not a bad gig. He's not rushed at our house. So he feels at home. We've been best friends for like 12 years or something. So he loves gigs at our house. So I was like, well, we have a lot of little things that need to be done because we have.
And one of them that
Adrienne, I'm like working, and I come downstairs and she is explaining how she wants him to build this whole like catwalk in the place, not the place that we decided that we were going to build it.
We decided originally, not the place that she originally wanted.
Okay, I guess. I mean, we both wanted the same thing. Okay, whatever. So, but she had this whole other idea going on, and I was like, this isn't really going to happen, right? And then he was all on it, and I was like, oh, okay, we're doing this, but let me like modify a few things and at least make it aesthetically appealing. So we worked together on that, and it did work out very well.
It did. So now that the cat wall, vertical space is up, our next endeavor is a catio. So there's no question that this catio is going to happen. It's just, there's not a question of that
and
whatsoever.
If you've never heard of a catio.
A catio is a place that is usually connected to your home in some way, where your cats can go outside at leisure. It's
basically a patio, a screened-in patio for cats, right?
There you go.
That's why it's called a catio, because it's a place where your cats can enjoy the outdoors, fresh air, bird watching, all those things, but not from the other side of a glass window, but actually being outside.
Right.
And we think it's a great idea. We've always thought it was a great idea. We've always wanted to do something like this. And now is the time where we're like, okay, let's.
And our cats love being outside. I mean, I don't know any cat that doesn't like being outside.
Yeah. But it's a little high maintenance for our cats to go outside because 2 of them have to be in a tent, which is a catio on its own. Like it's a big tunnel and it's a tent and they love it and it's great. But the other 2 can't stand to be confined. So we have to walk around behind them.
They're older boys,
they don't really just get to explore.
They're not excited about leashes or harnesses.
Right.
So we tried that, didn't go well. So there is going to be a catio, and I want to explain just a little bit for everybody that's listening. The back of our home, so our backyard area, is very long and somewhat narrow, right? So on one end we have, I guess they're kind of bay windows. They're a set of 3 windows, 2 on each side that open, and it's a big bay window by the bar.
Oh, okay.
Those are bay windows.
Bay windows are ones that go out. It's just a big window.
Oh, yeah. So it's a big window. They slide. Sorry, I don't know.
Kitchen is the bay window. Kitchen is the bay window.
Okay. So bay is not open. Okay. And so anyway, big set of windows over on one side, on one end of the backyard. And on the other end of the backyard, we have our sliding glass door that goes out into a concrete patio area that it has like a covered pergola. And that's where we spend a lot of our time. That's where we spend our outside time. Now,
for the most part,
here is the conundrum. So Jae wants to make the catio that is built off, like she's got this idea for a cedar platform that goes up to the base of the window.
Cedar because
of the scorpions.
We have scorpions in
Right.
Las Vegas, and the cedar keeps the scorpions away. So I want a cedar base.
Cedar base, and maybe some steps down that actually do go down to the actual earth, the earth that our cats are so fond of, which is great. But it would be basically, 5 feet out from the window, and then it would go 5 feet past the over to the side of the house, or we have like a little corner of the house that meets up with another window, right? We have a failed garden there that we
failed several times.
Right. So it would be an area that is essentially an L-shaped area, about 5 feet wide, and at the longest point, probably 12 feet long.
Okay.
Accurate?
Probably. I don't know. I can't do that, like, dimensions in my head.
Right. So that's where she wants it.
So it would come out and be real long this way, and then equally, if not a little bit longer this way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to point out that we stay on the patio area unless we're doing a fire pit night, which is over there right by that window on the other side of the far side of the backyard. It's worth noting that the patio area you can't actually visually see that window or the area that Jay wants the catio, right? So I would like the catio to basically screen in our patio area.
So wait, let me okay. In the area that we normally sit,
right?
In the area that we normally sit on our patio outside the back door, it would not be visually. But when we first moved in, we also built this other patio, if you will, it's around a fire pit.
I already mentioned that part, that if we were over there by the fire pit, we would.
Oh, okay.
We would be near that.
We listen to each other very well. Okay.
Right.
Continue.
And I would say, and let's just talk statistics for a moment. I would say year round, 90% of our time is spent on the patio area.
Yes.
Unless it's very chilly, and then we have a fire pit night over by that catio area.
Yes. Well, I mean, especially this year. Now, in the summer months, every other year until we got Pussy Lane, which is another area of our house that we built out, we would sit near the outside in the fire pit section because it's shaded. The sun's not beating down on it in the middle of the summer at 113 degrees.
Okay.
Keep that in mind.
So I really want to screen in our patio, but worse than that, I want to extend like past off the concrete block, right? So you've got our sliding doors that walk out into the concrete area. And then to the right of that, it's all dirt now because we can't grow grass. We've got grass and some flagstone that leads over to the fire pit area. So I'm thinking.
You mean dirt.
Right. That we kind of extend our patio area for the catio to go like 10 feet into the dirt. So they've got like dirt and bugs and all that good stuff, right? And then screen in the rest of the patio area. And you unequivocally do not want that.
I don't like that idea. And I'll tell you, like, the number one,
even though there is already a doggy door installed in our
which
home,
is why you want to do it there.
Which is where I mean, that's a convenience thing that I thought you would see as a total bonus. My part is the fact that I think our cats would like to be around us when we're outside. And if we're not outside and they decide to go outside, then we get to hang around them when we're outside.
Right. My issue is that the two main things, right? One, I already mentioned, this is where there basically is no shade, especially in a couple weeks when we get that other tree removed, there will be no shade in that area during the summer months where, as mentioned, it gets to 115, 120 degrees sometimes here. And if our cats are outside and they're unsupervised because we're not out there, they start panting and they still don't want to go in because we take them out now even in the shaded areas, and they'll start panting after being out for a certain amount of time, and we have to bring them in, right? But 2, I am claustrophobic. I don't like I don't like screened in porches. I don't like a screened in porch. For me personally, if I'm going to be sitting outside, which we live in Las Vegas because it's the most beautiful weather other than those 2 to 2.5 months of extreme heat, it's the most beautiful weather. And I love to sit outside in the morning and at the night, even in the summer, because it's so nice, which is one of probably the biggest reason I will move, right? It's like the biggest reason.
That's true. Yeah.
Right? Because I can be outside and I like to be outside. So, but I don't want to be screened in. I personally don't want to be screened in. I would prefer to be outside where I feel all where the fresh air is the fresh air. I don't have to go through a door to get to another area of my yard. And the area that I want to build it is actually an area that's not being used. And we could utilize it very well for the purpose of it being their catio. And with my idea, we can build things for them. So with my idea, it's their place. It's not our place being shared with them. It's their place. And we can build stairs, and we're going to put that big tree trunk in there, and we can build like little, the cat thing, shelves and things like that they can actually utilize to go up high and to move around and to play and things like that. Like that is something, a benefit. It would be an actual catio that you see online. It would be an actual catio. It wouldn't be a screened-in porch, which is what you want to make. And then then blame it on the cats. Yeah.
And blame it on the cats.
You would build a screened-in porch
for the cats.
Yeah, but what do they get out of that? All the plants need to be like moved. Everything, like what do they get out of that, except for what you think is their number one thing, which is they just want to be around us. However, it would be really easy. We let them out every day. If they really wanted to just be around us when they're outside, then they would stay next to us instead of us having to say, no, don't go that way. No, don't go, and walk around and chase them around the yard.
They're wild animals. Of course they're going to explore. But if we put them, but where do they land? Where do they land every time? And we're talking about Twister and Pooh Bear, because the Panthers have their little tent, which I think they would be so excited to have a bigger space.
Oh, for sure. But they would also be excited to still use that tent and be outside of that space. And with your idea, that investment that we made in a tent goes in the trash because there's nowhere else to put it.
In the trash?
Where else do we put it? You want to sell it on eBay?
Where else are we going to put it? Oh my
I'm just saying, what? I'm logical. This is just a logical. What do they get to do outside except for walk around in this enclosed area now?
A very large enclosed area with their peoples.
And do what?
What do they do now?
Lay around, because they don't have something exciting outside. They just have a little area where they can walk around, sniff, and I think that is very great. I think that is awesome. But a catio is a place for them to not just be outside, but they also get to the enrichment at the same time with all the stairs and the little, I want to build the little
okay,
thing
so here's
where
the
they
question.
can like walk up into like a little covered.
Right. And I love that you have this fantasy of literally an entire city that we're going to build in a 5x12 area. However, here's the real question. If we, hypothetically, lived
Denise
in a
says,
house,
I say we vote.
Oh.
We need to give you the plans then. You have to see, like, we need to blueprint it and lay it out.
Yeah. Well, then I would win.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, because these are cat people.
Right.
These are cat
So they care about their cats, not just them.
Right.
And they probably also care about the other people in their lives. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we build that and fine. I find a different area that I hang out in outside because I don't want to be enclosed
in a screen porch. Okay.
Like, I mean, that would be fine in
here's
Knoxville. because we get to keep all the bugs away. But there are no bugs here. Like, that's why it's so nice to be outside.
Okay. So hypothetical question.
Okay.
If we lived somewhere that had a whole lot more space,
Mm-hmm.
would you build our cats a catio that still fit on like the corner of the house? Or would you build them a catio that was like 30 by 15 feet?
Oh my God. Okay, dream in here. Let's dream. If we had all the space and all the money in the world, I would build a kitty city like Judy did. But there would be like from a doggy door or kitty door from our house to that. And so that they could go in and out as much as they want. And then, a whole like house for them with all of the enrichment things, and would also be, not just windows, but like entire like walls that are open to, screened in or whatever. Like, yeah, we would go out. We would go all out if we had like unlimited space and unlimited funds. We would go all out for sure. But we don't have unlimited space and we don't have unlimited funds. So what we can do with our awesome handyman friend is build a catio in a space. In my opinion, I know I am just not cool with having space that is unused either. And so this is like killing two birds with one stone, because we're actually utilizing the space. We tried to do it with a garden and we failed, but we're actually utilizing the space, and our cats get the enrichment and they get their own space, and it's super easy. We don't need a doggy door. You open the window and they come out. Like, it's absolutely fine.
But that window would have to stay open.
Not at all times. I mean, we want them to come inside at night, and we would want them to, well, and just so you know, in my blueprint, there's also a door outside to get into it. It's not just like an extension of the house, and you can't, we could never get into it. We can get into it through a door. So if something was going on out there and we needed to get to our cats, we could do that. But it's
not your jam. You guys see the conundrum? Do you guys?
We have
comments. Hold on. I have what Adrienne wants already. Denise, you lucky girl. Did I hear you guys say Knoxville, Tennessee? Yes, that's where we're both from. Jody said, I have a veranda.
What is a veranda?
It's like a big porch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That I've secured with cat netting to keep them safe, and they access via a cat door.
Yep.
They have high shelving to sit, etc., and they love watching the birds from their outdoor area.
Yeah.
Yes.
So minus the shelving, that's exactly what Adrienne wants. She just wants a screened-in porch, but she doesn't want to build it into a catio. She just wants to screen in the porch, so when we're outside, we can have the cats outside. We don't have to worry about them escaping. That's your goal.
And Teresa said, I thought about screening in my patio for them too, but like the openness of it for me.
Yes.
Can you have a wall of screen retract or roll up so it can be closed with them but open for you? I'm sure not. I mean, that would be like building a spaceship. I'm sure.
Yes,
we're looking at 2x4s. We're not looking at I thought about it.
Well, in our budget, in our budget, we
Cafe,
probably
you know those doors that open, that would be ideal.
Oh, sure.
But I'm sure it's like $10,000 a door.
Yeah, it's not in our budget.
17 of them.
It's not in our budget.
Because
we want it done this fall.
Lindsay said, will there be a way to access the catio that Jay wants right from the house, or do you have to carry them out to it? No, right from the window.
They would come
right out the window.
And we just take out one screen.
Yes.
And
Sean Connor lives in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Stop!
What the H?
How exciting!
He probably knows. I mean, we've been gone about 15 years.
Did you guys ever go to the carousel? We used to live at the carousel, Sean. Used to live there.
She was the good dancer.
Every weekend.
Is it even the carousel anymore?
Apparently, it sounds like it.
Marilyn's here! Yay! Do carry on.
Do carry on.
Do carry on. Jody said you can get heavy-duty zippers for external access.
And that's what we thought about before. We thought about just like we just have these like zippers or these like Velcro, like industrial Velcro, so we can like pull it up and down and have like. But still,
You know
like
what?
it's not for me. It's not for me, but it's also not as good for the cats. Like they would.
Let's think about this though. Listen to this, and you may have something, Nicole. Fence in the whole yard with a cat fence that goes in so they cannot escape.
Yeah.
Might not be that expensive. And
No,
think
so
about
yeah,
it,
we've
have
actually
one
looked
wall
into
that's
that. If you guys have heard of what is it called? I forget what the actual name of it. Maybe it's just called cat fence, but it's like so you can put it around. We'd have to like block off the access to the backyard from the front yard.
from the front yard, but we would get like a cool. I've always wanted to get like a barn door, like a solid door, with a lock on it,
and then put the cat fence on that too.
Right.
So we would. So it's like a something you put at the top of your walls, so that like if your cat tries to climb the wall, it's basically curved in.
Yeah.
So they can't
jump up.
get out. I can't. There's some sport or something that I have in mind that like I can compare it to, and I can't. I'm sorry, listeners, but yeah. So there's something called the cat fence. Look it up, and we've thought about that. The issue in our backyard, or I've thought about that. We thought about at cat count is the back, we have. I don't know what kind of plant it is, but a big plant.
But it acts as a fence in and of itself.
Except for Twist got over it.
Well, on the part where it's not hanging over. So we would literally put it underneath that stuff. You see what I'm saying? So it would be dual fence. Oh my God. There might be a compromise.
Yeah, but then we have the trees in the backyard too. And so they can't climb the wall, but they can climb the tree. And when they get up the tree, they can also go over. So there is no non-supervised outdoor time in our backyard unless we cut down all of our trees. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So, I mean, I thought about that. I was like, man, wouldn't that be great? And it would be great if it was doable for us. Why is the light so dark on me? I don't know. Anyway, so that idea unfortunately doesn't work for our backyard.
I don't know. But Sean said, "Oh my God, I love that place, the carousel. They just recently closed it. I love the older lady with all the jewelry. She closed it down."
Oh,
that's
my
crazy.
God, she's still there? That's so crazy. But yeah, so I'm telling you how it's gonna go down is my blueprint. You're gonna love it, and I think yes, if the entire
the tree outside the fence. What if we did like a little actually made a fence
around the tree?
Nope. That's a bad idea. Bad idea.
I mean,
thankfully
there's also the aesthetically appealing side. I know, guys, you guys can rail me all day long. I am not a fan of changing all the aesthetics just to please the cats. They have so much. They have so much space. They have so many things, stuffs and things. They're very spoiled cats. They get to do all kinds of things that the average cat does not get to do. And
Heather has the solution.
Okay.
So
we're
talking about the cat fence. Listen, Linda, listen. Okay. So I don't like your catio. You don't like mine. It would be a perfect world.
Yours is not a catio. It's a screened-in porch.
Yeah, it's catio, right?
It's a screened-in porch.
I would put the tree in there. We would have vertical space for them.
How? You haven't laid out any of those plans. You're just like,
do you understand?
Here's the screen and here's the screen.
You have to frame out. You have to frame out. So we'd be using 2x4s. We'd be using 2x4s all the way around. We would have to do that. So off those 2x4s, we would have the vertical space, which is fine. And the tree trunk that we're going to be using on your catio or mine would be in my catio. Heather has a solution. We both agree a cat fence would be, in a utopic world, the perfect solution, right?
Mm-hmm.
An effective cat fence.
Okay.
The issue is the tree.
Pretty much.
Is that the only issue?
I mean, if we could put up the underneath the whatever that plant is, because the massive, huge plant that grows over our back.
We will double fence that, so that would be underneath as well.
Right.
So they can't jump up and try to make their way through that bush. right? So the bush is taken care of all the way down. The
I mean,
whole length of the
yes,
fence,
but
right?
we're still aesthetically changing our backyard by doing that in a
Have you
big
seen
way.
it though? It's not. I mean, it's not that aesthetically
To me,
noticeable. And
what?
the only place that it would
the
be
fence.
the fence.
I was like, are you talking about the plant with all the beautiful berries?
No,
really?
we're not moving that at all. That's extra security. We're literally talking about putting a cat fence along the back wall that we're not really going to see because the plant's going to be there. It's going to be super helpful over in that corner where the plant really isn't, and in the far corner where the plant really isn't, right?
Okay.
Right. That leaves the tree.
Okay.
The tree is the issue.
Okay.
Right? No, I'm asking.
Yes.
Heather,
the
to
tree
the
is good
rescue.
and evil.
You can put a sleeve around the tree to keep them out. We do that for the primates at the zoo. Now, imagine making an aesthetically pleasing sleeve to go around
all 5 of the trees.
the trees. Huh?
Okay, I'll think about it.
Really? Are you
I'll
just
think about
saying that?
No, I think we should do a price comparison too. Well,
I
we
do
cost
too.
to actually build.
I agree.
Let us
Like,
use that, because there's some areas of our yard right now we wouldn't want our cats to go even if they couldn't get out. It's just because it's not conducive to,
Well, what, like the lawnmower and the leaves?
that area, and the other side where I was going to build the catio that we would clean
Right,
out. That
right.
it's just like all like there's even dog poop there that I don't know how
it's
it
cat
got.
poop. It's from Frisky. I saw him pooping.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
But there's
I love that you think that we had a dog just randomly get into our yard somehow.
remember when
and
that
poop.
dog, the next door
that's
neighbor's
right.
dog came
Yeah.
and was like rolling in poop?
Yeah.
And I was like, how do we get dog poop in here?
Yeah.
I think that was actually.
Oh my God.
Anyway, guys. So okay, that's
ding,
it.
ding, ding.
There we go.
Oh my God. So wait, this is remarkable. Do you know how remarkable this is? We have taken a disagreement that we have had literally now for months that I can't be at peace with yet, and there is potential.
This is what I say. We're gonna do this, okay? We're gonna take the idea of we're gonna
price comparison. We're gonna pro and con the hell out of it.
We're gonna price comparison.
Yep.
The cat fence thing, right?
Uh-huh.
You're gonna lay out your blueprint for your screened-in porch that you want, and I'm gonna lay out the blueprint for the catio that I want. And then we take it to our VIP group.
Ooh.
And we let them vote on it. What do you think would be the best for the cats?
I like it.
Let's do that.
A question though. So who was it that said, what about the cat fence? I was looking for who said that.
I don't know. But guys, we're doing a podcast.
I know, but this is so exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow. This is really a productive day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
I feel like you're still fighting it.
No, I mean, I think that you are the one that's fighting it because, how do I say this? Trying to think of a nice way to say this.
No, who needs a nice way to say it? Just say it.
I always win.
What?
Yeah. When you know what I want, you're gonna be like, okay, that's a good idea. I mean, I can't say I always win because you won the catwalk thing, right? And that actually turned out great. So I guess I don't always win, but in this I'm going to. I just know I am. And because when you see what I have in mind, it is so good for the cats. And it utilizes space that's unused.
Young lady, I cannot imagine how you think a 5 by 12 foot area that we're going to put a huge tree in and shelving and ladders and whatever is going to be
5 by 24. It's like 12 feet this way and 12 feet that way.
5 feet wide. At the longest place, it's going to be 12 feet long, maybe 15 feet. I haven't done the measurements, but eyeballing it. Oh, the quarrel continues.
Yeah, well, stay tuned. We'll let you know what happens. Okay, guys, thanks so much for listening.
Denise said, ew, should have quit while they were ahead. Is Jae a millennial? She's acting like one, isn't she?
Wouldn't you think?
Oh,
Wouldn't you
God.
think?
Nope. She's not.
No, but I'm just telling you guys, wait till you
All
see my
right.
blueprints. I'm telling you, it's like the idea I have in my head is perfect for the cats. I mean, I get that the fence would actually be awesome because they get to explore without, and we wouldn't have to build anything. We just put up a fence.
Marilyn
be the
asked where the red
easiest.
buzzer is. I dare say you need the red buzzer today.
I do?
Yes.
Oh, you need the
I
buzzer.
need
You need
it
the red
for
buzzer.
you.
Yeah. Because I'm talking too much.
It's not that you're talking too much. It's what you're saying while you're talking.
I'm just saying, guys, if you were here and you were able to see our backyard,
This is
say-
gonna be a reality. Okay, for everyone listening on the podcast, we have a VIP group, and we will update our podcast on the results of our VIP assessment of this situation, and you're
We'll
gonna
let
have
you
to
guys
make
know.
some blueprints.
We'll let you guys know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
We will
she's
let
got
you
her
know.
fighting eyes on, you guys.
Fighting eyes?
Fighting eyes.
Fighting eyes?
Fighting eyes. She's got her fighting
I
eyes
got my
on.
fighting eyes on.
Lord.
Hanger. Okay. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining us on this podcast. We
almost had a happy ending, but
it will be a happy ending when it's done. Whatever that is.
It'll be a happy ending when Jay
It will be a happy
wins.
ending. No, it will be a happy ending when it's done. Whatever that is, because the cats are what matter the most. And so when the cats get what the cats want, which they have so much, they will be happy. And when they're happy, we're happy. Right?
yes.
Okay. Have a great day, guys.
I love you guys so much.
We love
Thanks
you.
for listening.
Thanks for joining.
See you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, y'all.